Berlin's airports become the provisioning centers for 2.5 million Germans in the sectors of the Western Allies. The greatest airborne loads since the Burma campaign are lifted over the Russian land and water blockade and into the city. Weight of supplies for the support of Allied troops and the civilian population is estimated at 2,000 tons a day. The bulkier foodstuffs of the earlier shipments will be replaced by dehydrated foods. Upwards of 350 flights a day may guarantee the feeding of the population. But Berlin faces a creeping paralysis as its transport services are curtailed and its industries closed down. Lacking the daily 6,000 tons of coal and raw material, which came by train and barge, shops and factories must close. The people of Berlin face a bleak future. Crowds gather to hear political leaders sum up the situation. One conclusion is inescapable. A great power has stooped to the savage expedient of starving a city as an indirect method to drive the Western Allies from Berlin. Speaking in Norfolk, Foreign Secretary Bevin reaffirms Anglo-American determination to stay and deplores Russia's ruthless policy.
The physical suffering of 2.5 million people in Berlin to try and influence the Allies, the Western powers, in their treatment of the Germans, and to try to force us out is one which we are unable to accept.
In Warsaw, at the Villanov Palace, Russia's Foreign Minister Molotov calls a conference of the eastern states to marshal support for extended Russian influence in a Germany governed by 4 powers but devoid of occupation troops. Surface enthusiasm is apparent, but all is not well. Rumors of Yugoslavia's defection within the Iron Curtain coincides with Molotov's exaltations.
Лондонского совещания о Германии. В этом заявлении говорится о том,
Marshal Tito, vigorous and independent, wishes to lead a Balkan federation with Bulgaria and Albania in defiance of the Kremlin. His action involves loss of Russian prestige with her satellite states. Against this setting, Berlin assumes a new significance as the Russians strive for complete control of the city. 9 years ago, Danzig was the city on which war turned. As history repeats itself, Berlin could be the Danzig of tomorrow.